Hello everyone, I'm Jake.
And I'm Waffle Cat.
And this is Legends News, where we are suffering from a drought of news, and we got to make do with what we can do. And so this week we are doing another Top 10 video. This is our Top 10 Favorite Figures of 2018. This will include the Black Panther wave, the Sasquatch wave, Lizard wave, Infinity War wave, and any other figures who have come out over the course of 2018. Without further ado, let's get into it with number 10, the Black Panther movie, Black Panther figure.
This figure is really good. Has butterfly joints, which is really
Very
good.
posable.
He has fists.
He's got a better, more screen-accurate alternate unmasked head than what we got with the not Infinity War, with the Civil War figure. He's got fists, so he could punch, and he has the claws. It's a whole new sculpt. They could have been lazy and just repainted the one from Civil War, but they didn't. And all in all, just it's a good figure. There's not much to complain about. It's just not good enough to be higher up on our list,
Yeah.
So let's move on to number 9 with the Lizard Wave Gwenpool figure.
This figure is loaded with accessories with 6 different hands, 2 different heads, and 2 katanas that can slide right into the back.
I wish she had guns. Would have been cool to add. And I think the faces aren't different enough. Maybe they could have given an unmasked head or something. But, I mean, guns would have been a really cool thing to add in. Like, the holding hands even have trigger fingers out, so you could have put those in. Mm-hmm. It's still a very good figure. Like, the same thing with the Black Panther. There's not much to complain about. It's just not good enough to be higher up on the list. Mm-hmm. And with that, we move on to number 8 from the same wave, SpiderMan Neuer.
I love SpiderMan Neuer in general, but as you can see with the picture on the right, he's supposed to come with the revolvers, but the Hasbro decided to give him made-up blasters.
They gave him whatever guns they had left over. But anyway, the figure's pretty good. The only downside is, like we said, the guns are stupid.
The trench coat.
The trench coat is old. I'm just thinking maybe they could have made a new one by now or something, but this trench coat is really old. It's about time to retire and stuff. The guns are... I could even forgive the guns if both of them had a holster. But they only put one holster on his left side, I think, for his gun. So you got one gun that's always either going to have to be out or in the box or something. It's a good figure, but minor problems like not having, good guns, realistic stuff. And the one holster is kind of holding it back. It's still a good figure. But there's just minor details that keep it from being higher up. Just like the rest of the figures. And with that, we move on to number 7. The Sasquatch Wave Cable figure.
I like this figure as well. I mean, he comes with 3 guns. Like, what more could you ask for from Cable?
Now, the cool thing is the big gun he has a port in it, so you could stick in, like, effect parts that come with different Iron Man figures. So it could look like he's blasting. And that's probably my favorite part of this figure in general, is just the cool weapons alone. Yeah, that's probably it. I don't really like the Cable figure much, but the cool guns and stuff is awesome.
Mm-hmm. He does come with places to hold these guns, except for the one right above that Sasquatch foot. It kind of has to be in his hand.
Yeah, the medium-length gun doesn't really have anywhere to go. But the 2 other guns, the big one could be stored on his back, and the small one could be stored on his hip. So you could just have him holding the medium one, and everything's good.
Yep, it's all good.
And so we move on to number 6, Proxima Midnight from the Infinity War wave. And this figure is huge.
It's 8 inches compared to the 6-inch figures that we normally get. And it comes with a pretty cool staff.
And I would just like to take a moment to call out the best thing to ever happen to this Infinity War wave. Double jointed elbows. This figure has double jointed elbows. It's freaking awesome. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we had to say.
She doesn't have a waist swivel, but, I mean, you're going to throw in double jointed elbows, Hasbro? You could take our waist swivels. We get the double jointed elbows. We're all good.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. That's
awesome figure. A mediocre accessory, but, I mean, we don't even know what she does in the movie, so until then, that should work. And, there's nothing really to complain about this figure. It's just finally awesome to have a female figure with double jointed elbows. And this figure is freaking huge. It's almost the size of the Build-A-Figure Thanos we're getting. And now we move on to number 5.
Top 5.
Ghost Rider from the new Riders wave. This Ghost Rider is awesome. He comes with a chain, detachable flame effects, and the shield that attaches to his motorcycle. It is a repaint of the Rhino Wave one, I think, from the Marvel Legends Infinite series. But it's awesome to finally have because that one is expensive. And this one still is. But in this one, you get the motorcycle. You get all the extra stuff. This one's the better figure in general.
The chain has this cool thing where it goes from the silver paint to the translucent orange that looks like it's on fire. The flame parts on the motorcycle are detachable, and that's pretty cool.
I think he has a opposable jaw, and this Ghost Rider figure in general is just awesome. It's really cool to have, and
why it's on the top.
Might as well pick it up. Yeah, that's why I made it to the top 5. But, like always, there's a few more that just top it out and knock it down a little bit. And with that, we get to number 4. Eric Killmonger from the Black Panther movie.
Comes with 2 swords. So
yeah, he's awesome. Good. He comes with both his weapons. The only downside is he doesn't come with an unmasked head, but with that coming with an exclusive later, I guess there's nothing really to complain about. Just go out and get that so you can put it on this figure.
Mm-hmm.
I wish he had fists. Maybe that'd be cool to have him duking out, punching the other Black Panther, but he's a really cool figure. There's nothing much to complain about. Awesome character in general. And it's, nothing really to complain about. Very awesome figure.
Yep.
And now we move on to number 3, the Infinity War Wave, Captain America. My co-host has just killed himself. I guess I'll do the rest of this by myself. So, this figure is awesome, but I do wish he had the other shield. Or maybe that's the 2 stuck together, I don't know. But I wish he had the other shield with him. The fists are kind of stupid because if you look on the holding hands, both of them have a glove. But the fists down here are not gloved, so that doesn't really follow up. And it doesn't look anything like Chris Evans at all, but it's still a pretty good figure. It's probably the better of the Hasbro ones we're getting. It's a really good figure. Pretty posable. Nice all around, Just kind of wish he had a little bit more of a shield, the other shield too. And the fists smashed up. And now we move on to number 2. The Black Panther, Invincible Iron Man. And Joel's back alive. What do you guys say?
This figure is almost perfect in my opinion. The repulsor blasts are awesome. Not to mention you get an awesome blaster that goes on that hand. And it can also shoot the repulsor blast. You got an open hand and you get 2 open hands, 2 fists. And you got an alternate Tony Stark head. If I had it my way, that would be at number 1. But
now, this is what holds the figure back from being number 1, because I love this figure myself. I'm a Team Cap fan all the way, but I love this figure, and it's really cool. But I do have some down points with it. First of all, the repulsor blasting hands don't have hinges, so they're always stuck like that. So and then also, secondly, this is the Invincible Iron Man, right? Mm-hmm. This suit design in general is supposed to be able. It's like the bleeding edge kind of. It's supposed to be able to make any weapons he wants. But they kind of cheaped out and only gave him the 1 blaster. But then again, I guess that's better than the Infinity War one, which has nothing at all. But it's still an awesome figure, really cool. Just wish maybe he had alternate accessories to go with him as well.
One slight complaint, though, the repulsor blasts can be bent in packaging.
Oh, yeah, those things, I've not seen
weird.
I've not seen a single packaging where they're not warped. So you got to fix those yourself. And now we move on to number 1, the big gun of 2018. So far, this is the best figure. The Walmart exclusive, Thanos.
Comes with the Infinity Gauntlet and alternate head. It's just perfect.
Now, this is a repaint of the Build-A-Figure. It's a complete repaint, but it has a more accurate design, paint apps. The alternate head is freaking awesome. The Infinity Gauntlet is amazing. This figure just tops the other one in every way for us, and this might be just, the hype talking from Infinity War and stuff, but this figure so far is my favorite from 2018. When we first heard about this figure, and that was back before this second trailer and all the hype was building up, when we first heard about this figure, me and him already decided we're both getting one, Mm-hmm. So there was just none other figures from 2018 so far have had that effect on us, and it's freaking awesome to have a Thanos figure that you don't have to buy a whole wave to get.
Yep.
And so with that, we conclude our top 10. I'm Jake.
And I'm Waffle Cat.
And hopefully next time when we come back, we'll have real news. Thanks for watching. Bye.